The only way to actually quit this addiction is to rebuild your mental health. So try to remember when this addiction started. What was like the first time you watched the videos or whatever? For me, it was in junior high, probably my lowest point in life. So this was when my mental health was easily at the lowest of my whole life so far. I was skinny fat. I started to get bullied in school, at first, like in elementary, I was like a funny kid, and that's cool to be funny. But when you get into junior high, it's like you could be funny, but people are gonna start to bully you for the way you look. You know, all I would do was I would, come home, I would eat junk food that made me feel bad. It made my mental health worse. It made me look worse. I became way more insecure, and I would play video games all the time. You could imagine how bad that is for my dopamine, and I would stay up late. So that was easily my lowest point. That was when my addiction started. Whenever your point is, that is probably your lowest point of your life, whenever this addiction started. So a few years later, I learned about NoFap, and I actually tried it. I think it was December of 2023 is when I tried it. And I went like a week without doing it, and then I failed. And then it was sometime, I think late 2024, I tried it again. Like I tried the NoFap video tips or whatever, and I actually went like a month without doing it, but then I gave up, then I failed. And I honestly just felt so hopeless because I was like, I want to quit this addiction. I'm trying all the NoFap video tips or whatever, but it just made me feel like even more sad. Like that's the issue. You'll try these things that these videos are going to tell you, and the thing is that you're gonna fail because they don't teach you right. Like the advice I'm about to give you is the way to quit. They don't teach you right, and then you fail, and then you become even more mad at yourself. You become even more depressed. But after like a couple of years of hard work, you could see how my mental health went up. And one thing I noticed is that when my mental health is up, that is when I'm not doing this addiction as much. Like at this point right now, I can't even remember the last time that I, watched the videos or whatever. But I actually do remember a phase recently where my mental health dropped. So, I was with this girl, we were dating, and I went without watching it. And then we kind of had some trouble in the relationship, breaking up or whatever. And then my mental health dipped. And then I noticed that I started to watch the videos more. So the true answer to quitting this addiction isn't to focus on all the NoFap video tips or whatever. It's really to focus on your mental health, because like I said, when I was at the highest points of my mental health, that is when I wasn't watching it as much. And when I was at this point where I had the low mental health, imagine like junior high, early high school, when I wasn't doing anything productive or whatever, that is when I was learning about like NoFap, and I was trying it, but I was failing because my mental health was so bad. It is like a graph, like imagine a graph. It's like linear with your mental health. If you have shit mental health, then you are going to do this addiction even more. Most people think it's the other way around. If you watch the videos, it'll make your mental health bad. It may, but it may be like a little feedback loop. But the thing is like, when you improve your mental health, that is when you're able to quit this addiction. By the way, if you want to learn more about stuff like this, check out the link in the description for my online course. There's so much knowledge in there that will help you get the transformation that you desire. So go check it out. And those words may sound gay, like, oh, mental health, because most people in the modern day, let's be honest, they're just like, they use it in this gay way where it's like an excuse to be lazy or whatever. Like, oh, my mental health is bad. I need you to realize your mental health is all your responsibility. It was all my fault in junior high that I was depressed and I was insecure because I was doing all the bad habits. I wasn't being productive or whatever. So the most best thing you can do to improve your mental health is to improve your lifestyle. Like that is the symptom of bad mental health, is a shit lifestyle. So I'm not going to go too much in detail. I have so many videos on this channel about improving your lifestyle. Go check all of them out, bro. And I promise you, this will get you the transformation, because it goes from improving your lifestyle, that improves your mental health, and then you're able to quit this addiction. And so I really wish I could just go tell my younger self to stop watching these weird ass NoFap tip videos, top 9 ways or whatever the hell, and they never worked, and I would just end up failing and becoming even more depressed after that because I wasn't able to quit the addiction. You need to improve your lifestyle, that improves your mental health, and then you're able to quit this. But if you want to learn more about, lifestyle stuff, like I said, check out all my videos. I teach so much about this movement that I'm starting. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace.